Move on for recognize Mr. Jordan for 5 minutes for questions.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Rosiak, who's Ismail Muhammad?
Ismail Muhammad is a state legislator.
State representative in Ohio?
Correct.
Currently serving, right? And is he Somali American descent?
Yes.
He is. Okay, do you know what his, in addition to serving in the legislature, what's his profession? Do you know?
A lawyer.
He's a lawyer. You happen to know where his law office is?
Yeah, when I was going through these buildings that were entirely populated by home health care firms, I noticed one thing, one business. I turned to my colleague and I said, we finally found something that isn't a home health care business. It's a law office. And we didn't think anything of it. I later learned that was the Ismail Law Office, which is also the campaign headquarters.
Somali American state representative. His law office is 1395, I think 1395 East Dublin Granville Road. And in that same facility, there are 35 of these, what would you call them, $2 million side hustle businesses, right? Where they're ripping off the tax. 35 in that. Do you happen to know if Mr. Mohammed was the lawyer who helped set up these LLCs who were ripping off the taxpayers of the country in the state of Ohio?
I don't know.
Don't know? Probably a fair question to explore. Maybe that's the next thing you can dig into. Find out if he was actually setting these organizations up, right? You know, right across the hall. We'll create this organization. Do you know if any of these organizations gave campaign contributions to Mr. Mohammed?
I didn't look specifically. I wrote about another candidate that owned a home health care business and ran for office, and his campaign was funded largely by fellow home health care owners.
Well, and that guy gave contributions to Mr. Mohammed too, right? The guy you looked into who got campaign contributions from these LLCs, 35 of them in the same building where the state rep has his law office. That guy you just talked gave contributions to to Ismail Muhammad, but we did look it up, and he received thousands of dollars from these companies in his building that he may or may not have set up, but you're going to check that out as a good journalist, right? You're going to find out if that's the case. Wow, that's amazing. Because we got the chart from the state senator that says Republicans, it's all Republicans, even though they've indicted, I think, 153 indictments, 110 convictions, but somehow it's a Republican's fault. Oh, but I forgot to ask this question. Was Mr. Mohammed, Ismail Muhammad, in the General Assembly, whose law office is at the same facility where there are 35 of these HCBS, home community-based services providers, ripping off the taxpayers, is he a Republican or Democrat?
He's a Democrat, and like many of the home health care operators, he also had tax debts when I looked him up, and he also had created a company called...
Representative Jim Jordan delivered one of the most intense moments of the hearing as he questioned investigative journalist Andrew Rosiak about Ohio's Medicaid home healthcare fraud investigations. The discussion focused on allegations surrounding home healthcare providers, campaign donations, and whether political considerations affected investigations. Jordan questioned the witness about Ohio State Representative Ismail Muhammad, campaign contributions, business connections, and whether further investigation was warranted. The exchange also touched on comparisons between Ohio and Minnesota fraud investigations, allegations of political influence, and claims that critics labeled investigators as racist for pursuing the cases.
The good senator from Ohio who has the R's for, you know, the red R's there on her chart didn't seem to want to mention Mr. Mohammed, who's right in the middle of this. Literally, his office is right in the middle of it. But no, he didn't. No way Democrats are involved. Here's the pattern I see. And the chairman of the full committee kind of pointed this out. The similarities between Minnesota and, well, first let me ask you this question. Did anyone call you a racist for trying to just uncover what's happening to millions, frankly, as the auditor said, billions of dollars of taxpayer money? Did you get called that?
Yeah, so half of Ohio's budget roughly spent on Medicaid, and that's doubled in the last few years. I tried to ask one healthcare owner, and I have his exact quote in response. Blah, blah, blah. Who cares? You don't pay my bills. I'm just going to tell everybody you're racist.
Yeah, that's what always happens. That's how the left operates. I always point out the left has a template. The left will tell a lie. We're actually providing services to elderly Ohioans going into the left will tell a lie. Big media will report, oh, this is wonderful. Big tech will amplify the lie. You tell the truth, they call you racist. It's happened in Minnesota. This is the pattern, and this is what the chairman was getting at. Minnesota, it was the same thing. Fraud on a huge scale. Somali American population involved in it. When they check it out, they call them racist. The only difference is in Ohio, they're actually doing something about it. 153 indictments, 110 convictions. In Minnesota, it was all the U.S. attorneys. It wasn't the state. They didn't do squat. And the reason they didn't do squat, we have the quote. This is a person who worked in the Attorney General's office in Minnesota. There was a perception that forcefully tackling this issue might cause political backlash among the Somali community, which is a core voting bloc. Politics stopped them in Minnesota. It's not stopping Mr. Faber, Mr. Davila from doing their work. The state senator wants to just criticize Republicans, even though the guy in the middle of all this is the Democrat state representative in the same darn building. Okay, did I get anything wrong in that assessment, Mr. Faber?
Congressman, Chairman, no.
All right, I appreciate it. With that, and I want to thank the chairman for his good work on this broad issue and what he's doing. Outstanding member of Congress, we appreciate that. With that, I yield back.
Thank you, Mr. Jordan. And I now recognize Mr. Walkinshaw from Virginia.
Please, don't forget to like, comment, and hit the subscribers button for more political updates.